Right, time for another league. Let's see how this goes. Alright, let's talk about the deck. Literally Auram's exact 60. I've tried tweaking a few of the numbers, but I keep coming back to this 60. The only thing that's questionable, maybe a City of Brass could be a 4th gemstone mine. Though sometimes I've wished that gemstone mines were City of Brasses, so it's a bit whatever. I think the rest of it's pretty much ideal. Street Wraith is the real deal. Don't fuck with Street Wraith. Card's great. Sideboard, we have 1 Dread Return. I'd like 2, but I'm not. There's been about 1 game where I've lost because I only had 1 Dread Return and not 2 in the deck. However, there have been a lot of games where I haven't hit the Dread Return that I needed to. I do like the fact that it somewhat increases your odds of being able to return Rider if you have the 2nd Dread Return, but the sideboard's pretty tight. 2 Petals are great. 2 Gravestone, 2 Nature's Claim. I play Wisp Mare over Serenity. I think that's a really good shout. I have 2 Leyline of Sanctity for random Tormod's Crypts and Bajuka Bogs, and I've been really enjoying that. JPA 93 is pretty much always on show and tell, as far as I'm aware. I think I beat him last time I played him, but it's the matchup's pretty coin flippy. This hand seems good enough. It's stupid to put a LED on the bottom, even though I need a Dredger. I'm going to leave Putrid Imp. I don't want him to get spell pierced or anything. Let's go LED as well, since the Putrid Imp just resolved. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully it doesn't just turn to show and tell me. That would really suck. Okay, it's very unlikely he turned to show and tells me now. Maybe he's trying it. Okay, no, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, seems good. Blue. Crack 1 for blue, crack 1 for red. Hopefully don't brick on dredges, of course we do, and we don't hit Faithless Looting, but we did, however, hit Cabal Therapy, 2 Cabal Therapies and a bridge. I'm going to use it now in order to play around Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm, though I expect if he had those cards he'd have used them by now. Let's go with Show and Tell because I've got 2 Cabal Therapies. Okay. See, that's a bit suspicious, but I'm going to take the sneak attacks, I guess. Surprised he didn't brainstorm. What's his plan here? Maybe there's just nothing on top. Oh, he has another sneak attack. Alright. Let's do some maths here. 1, 2. I'm going to hit him for 10. This doesn't substantially increase my clock, however I will have a board if he Emrakul's me. It also knocks him lower to the point where he can't Gristlebrand. So yeah, that's correct. I'm going to return Icarid. Well, I mean, I guess he can... I guess if he attacks with the Gristlebrand, but he can only use one activation then, so that feels correct. We also have the Stinkweed Imp, so if he does Emrakul us, we can discard Stinkweed Imp and then return Icarid and keep 2 zombies for game. Though then again, I guess if we sat the Putrid Imp, we're getting 2 zombies anyway, so... Nice! Always good to beat show and tell game 1. In comes Dread Return, in comes Ashen Rider, out comes Breakthrough and a Gargari Thug, I think is correct. Pedals, Orim said pedals are mediocre in this matchup. I don't think they're terrible. They let you go fast. But it's a case of what do you cut? Actually maybe that is better. Take an Icarid out. Icarid's not that big of a deal in this matchup. But you need the Ashen Rider. Ashen Rider's so good. Let's try this. I think this guy has lots of cages in the sideboard. Maybe he doesn't. I should check. But then I'd have to open a new tab, go check. It's not a good viewing experience. Yeah, I think I keep that. Hopefully I don't just get turn 1 caged. Alright, alright. Doing looting's correct. Discard Narcomoeba and Grave Troll. Yeah, doing... it was questionable there if I should have just cycled Street Wraith, hoped to hit a second Narcomoeba, discarded Cabal Therapy as well. What is this guy's hand such that he is willing to do that? I'm going to cycle because that deck generally doesn't run many surgicals. The life total is quite relevant in this matchup. Okay, force pitching force. Let's hope Breakthrough resolves. It does. Great. Yeah, this is looking pretty good for us. God knows what his hand was for him to keep it. He had nothing on turn 1. No counter spells. Maybe he didn't want to force the random looting turn 1, but I don't know. I feel like he should have. I'm gonna name Gristlebrand. Okay, so he's got Sneak and Recall. I'm gonna take Emrakul first, then Sneak. Oh wait, I can't do both. Which one's scarier? Do I care if he... Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dread Return Ashen Rider, blow up his island, and then take Emrakul or Sneak Attack. You might just scoop. He does just scoop. Okay, easy game 1. Right, time for match 2. I think this guy's on Delver. Yeah, this hand's a keep. On the play, this hand's a keep. We're unlikely to brick on dredges. Again, lead with looting, that way if you draw Colosseum, then you can, and they wasteland you can still cast your spells. It's always better to lead on the lootings if you've got a choice between looting and careful study, and you can choose which one to go on because you got a rainbow land. Obviously that's not always the case, like if your opponent's playing, I don't know, Blue Painter or something stupid. Is it Blue Painter that paints it? Blue Painter would paint it red. No, the other one. I don't know. Alright, Painter seems fun. Right, dredges are good. The fact that he just pondered and didn't really do much makes me think maybe he's on Storm. I'm gonna careful study, because even if we brick on a second land, that's still a second dredger. This is still good because it allows me to. Okay, so it's not Storm. So I was right not to Cabal Therapy. This is fine. Next turn I've got Icarid, remove Icarid, Dredge, Golgari Thug. The worst thing that could happen is we brick on dredges. We do not. He brainstorms. Don't know why he's doing it then. Because I didn't dredge into a Cabal Therapy, so there's not much point doing it then. That's... maybe he was wanting to see if I hit an Archimeber, I don't know. Right, so unless he's got a second force, he's pretty screwed. Or I get really unlucky. I'm not getting unlucky. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I don't want him to have Snapcaster Mage because I don't want to deal with Snap Plow. Right, easy peasy. The worst thing I'm scared of is Terminus off the top. You might have put that there. He did Brainstorm, so... though you'd have had to be pretty exploding brain to think I had Brainstorm in hand. He's dead. Unless he's... yeah, okay. That's what I thought. 2 gravestones and a Dredge. I somewhat like this... why did I take an Icarid out? That's wrong. The other options, you leave another breakthrough in and don't bring in the Dredge. This idea of siding out the breakthroughs in this matchup's not mine. I stole it off Orim, but it seems correct. Breakthroughs generally bad against control decks. I like Dredge. It can get you out of some weird spots where It allows you to hardcast thugs and then return something a bit bigger. Oh shit, I'm still recording. Sorry, I love Magicades. Forget that I'm recording this. But Magicades channel, really good. Highly recommend Magicades. Really great brewer. Truly embraces the spirit of the game. Very unfortunate he was made to change his name, because I thought it was a very funny channel name, quite smart. But it is what it is, you know. What's he taking so long? How long does it take to put your surgicals and your containment priests in the deck and take out your, I don't know, one of your 7th cantrip cards? 7th as in like different card. If it was like individual cards, and take out like his 20th cantrip, and then shove in all your grave hate. Right, how long does that take realistically? Oh, the other thing I should point out, the audio quality is a bit crackly. There's little I can do about that at the moment, due to the fact that the drivers on Linux have a audio issue at the moment for the sound card that's on my motherboard. It can't be fixed until they fix it in the kernel. So yeah, there's a bit of crackling. I apologise for that. It doesn't make for very good listening experience, but I hope that it gets better soon. Right, this is a good hand. This is a good hand. Oh, great. Okay. Whoops. Ah! Cancel. It's not what I want. Cancel. Sorry, I misclicked. I went to hold control and I pressed Windows key. I'm guessing by the fact that he didn't force me, that either he's kept a containment priest hand or something wacky. I don't know, I'm just jamming. Maybe I'm going to get surgical and blown out, but hopefully I don't. Maybe he's just kept a containment priest hand. It will remain to be seen what's going on. The good thing is that the Street Wraith somewhat protects me from the worst effects of Lion's Eye Diamond. I get to keep the best card of the 3 that I see. He's really thinking, which makes me think that he probably has a surgical. Maybe I could have read that from the Plains No Force opener, but sometimes you just gotta jam, you know? Like, you win more games than you lose just jamming a lot of the time. And we still have another game after this one to jam. So yeah, maybe he's just bluffing like mad. Maybe he's just away from the keyboard, upset that he's playing against Dredge. He's like, oh, I just wanted to play some miracles. I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to plough everyone's delver and cast accumulated knowledge for the 7th time in the game. That was what he was hoping for, and then his day's just been ruined. Oh, cool. Nice. Brick on the second dredger. The exploding brain draw here is Faithless Looting. That's like God draw. I'm very skeptical of that play. I mean, on the one hand, I dredged one card less deep, but at the same time, I don't know, that seems a bit bad. Alright. YOLO, as the kids say. Hope to hit. Faithless Looting. Do you have a second surgical extraction? Is that what we're dealing with here? Oh, cool. It's really not my day. Didn't hit a single Icarid either. Okay. So far this game has been shit. Judging by how it's gone so far, he's going to slam Containment Priest. He has not slammed Containment Priest, however that doesn't mean that he doesn't have Containment Priest, because they always have Containment Priest. Yeah. Or just snap Surgical. Oh, okay, AC. Not AC, sorry, AK. What's going on here? Surgical on Icarid, okay. Now we get to play the fun game versus Miracles. I have won more games against Miracles in this sort of situation than you would expect, so I'm not going to scoop right now. Also, never scoop. I mean, eventually against Miracles you do have to scoop, like when they start jacing you and that sort of nonsense, because the games just last too long. No one wants to sit through like slowly dying to Jace the Mind Sculptor. But dude's got bloody Containment Priest. Snapcaster take bridge. Yeah, alright. Again, I'm still not inclined to scoop. How many lands have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 lands left in the deck. Ooh, this might actually end the game in a reasonable pace. What is that? 2 angels? In fact, I flat out think we're just dead to that given what's happened so far. The fact that we've got half our deck exiled. Yeah, we're dead. I think he had 2 surgicals in his opener, so it is what it is, I guess. Do I want the Drebaton or not? I think I'll take the Drebaton out. Just try and cheese him with a turn 1 breakthrough into half my deck. This guy really loves his sideboarding. Taking his sweet time. I'm gonna put some music on. Have I got it muted on OBS? Yeah. Mulligan. This is good. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. So I'll discard that and I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to work out if I can LED, if I can scry into that LED. If not, I'm bombing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't. I don't want to wait a turn just in case he has like a spell pierce hand or something. Obviously this is terrible if he's got force. Please no surgicals. Nice. I think we win now, lads. I do not like the card Containment Priest. However, I also don't like the card Brainstorm. I'm going to name Containment Priest, and then if he's got... Okay. I think I'm going to take the Snapcaster Mage. Is there a need to take the Snapcaster Mage? Actually, there's no reason to take the Snapcaster Mage now. Actually, there is, because he can Flusterstorm me, but... Yeah, perhaps I should have taken the Snapcaster Mage, though. Still, it's looking pretty bad for him. Did he top? No, bombed. Wow, what a god. Absolutely punished for not taking the Snapcaster Mage. The greed's too real. We can always be better lucky than good. I never learned my lesson. Always just cast the... I even knew, I don't know, I just shouldn't have passed one of them. Game is hard, man. Do I even want to dredge here? I don't think I do. Yeah, this is good. This is what I need. Because I don't want to lose any of my bridges if he's not exiling my bridges. If he doesn't exile my bridges, it's probably correct to exile the bridges. He's taking a lot of damage now. Is it better to go for a draw or try and dredge? Maybe, I think it might be better to dredge. Wow, that's so good. Because my thoughts were, if I hit a Narcomoeba, that's fine. Eventually I want to get a second landing cast Golgari Thug. I want to get a clock on him as soon as possible. So this enables me to do that. I've got him on a 3-turn clock now. This is great. Yeah, that land. Oh, good. Whew, that was close. After a pretty bad misplay and getting absolutely punished, we managed to claw out the win because Miracles actually doesn't do anything. It's just a deck full of cantrips, Swords to Plowshares, and Force of Wills. And basically, the entire deck exists to try and just sort of cantrip you into those 8 cards, and then there's like 2 Jaces to try and win the game, because your opponent might realise that you actually can't finish the game otherwise. So yeah, don't play Miracles, but good games though. Right, time for match 3. Absolutely no idea what this goes on. This hand's a mulligan. It's close. If it was a land there would be a keep. Somewhat depends. There are decks where I'd be happy to keep something like this, just discard to hand size. This is a keep. Especially if we can scry a land. I'm basically going to scry anything to the bottom that's not a land. Okay. That was a mistake if he's got a counter spell. My thoughts now are maybe it's black-red bluffing being a blue deck with them polluted deltas. It's just going to entomb the OT. Oh no. He seems to care about my looting. Maybe he's going to daze it. But still, my graveyard's almost unbeatable for any fair deck at this point. Okay, yeah, this guy's not winning this game. Is it Death Shadow? Is it Grixis Delver? I expect him to scoop. Where's the shuffle button? There. Yeah, against Days decks, take out a Breakthrough, take out a Thug, bring in a Pedal and a Drebaton. Less is more versus these decks. Mulligan. 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 Keep. Okay. This is doable if we draw a... okay, maybe it's not doable anymore. Okay. I want to see what he's on, so I'm not going to scoop. Like, I want to know if this is the Phoenix deck, because the Tormod's Crypt and Thoughtseers makes me think that this is probably Phoenix and not actually Death's Shadow. So it would be good to know what he's on. What the hell is this? Phoenix wouldn't be running Daisies though. I don't understand what deck this is. Surgical Extraction? Jeez man, we're definitely not winning this game. But still, I refuse to scoop because I have no idea what this guy's playing. The fuck is this? I thought it was Phoenix. Right. I'm going to bring in ley lines, Sanctity. I'll take out the I'm going to take out a Putrid Imp because this is sort of a race. Mulligan. Keep. Want to play around days. Please hit an Archimever. Oh god. I mean, I guess if he had a tool mod script, he'd have played it last turn, right? Unless he's got tool mods and surgical. Yeah, I hate it when shit like this happens. Maybe he's just going to bring back a bunch of Phoenixes. I don't care if he does that, because I'll have enough blockers next turn. In theory. Okay, let's see what he's on. Okay, get 4 Phoenixes, Jesus. So he no longer has that, he no longer has that. Oh, okay, he's only got 3 in the deck. That's a relief. If he had 4, that would be really bad. As it stands, I think we're okay. We can easily erase this. Actually, I'm going to do this now just so I can dredge the maximum number of cards. Nice for 2 of my Narcomovers to be in the bottom 6. Kind of them. Yeah, this Phoenix deck's really scary with the tool mod scripts. It wouldn't be a problem if they didn't have tool mod scripts. I'm going to dredge Thug just to get myself an extra turn in case something goes really bad. Wow, bottom 2 cards of the deck are Narcomovers. That's something right there. I'm going to strip his hand just in case he draws Brainstorm. What can potentially win him the game here? Brainstorm into double bolt doesn't do it. Do they run a sweeper? Brainstorm into marsh casualties? Brainstorm into double bolt. You can't even cast double bolt actually, so that's not an option. Right. Always close against Phoenix, but good to get a win. Right, round 4. We're undefeated so far. Great hand. There is another option this turn where you could have gone turn 1 looting, hope to draw a second land, and then you can careful steady break through the turn after.
Oh, nice.
My understanding of the Dredge mirror is it's almost entirely based on either who turn 1's the opponent or who has their bridges in the bottom cards of the deck. Alright, that's pretty scary. I think I'm just going to go for the breakthrough this turn. Just because I want to be able to clear his hand out. Like if he's got breakthrough or something. It kind of sucks that you had a Colosseum, but what can you do? Just hope he doesn't hit a Narcomoeba, basically. He hit 3 bridges. That's actually not very good for him, because he's going to get them all exiled. The fact that we hit 2 is actually pretty good, because he's going to Cabal Therapy himself, probably taking some junk out of his hand just to get tokens. Otherwise I'm going to bring back 3 Icarids, Cabal Therapy, okay, that's a mistake in my opinion, because he's just letting his bridges go. Yeah, that's definitely a mistake. Bridges are what matters in this matchup. I'm just going to take an Narcomoeba out of his hand. I'm just trying to amass as many zombies as possible, because that's generally what wins you this game. I'm getting rid of anything that he can play. The less blockers he has, the better as well. I don't really care if he blocks a zombie. It's worth getting him to take 6. The game's pretty unwinnable for him at this point, unless he's got a dread return target in his deck. But he doesn't appear to. Does have a very pretty deck. I do need to get the newer Lion's Eye Diamonds. Strange I've not seen a single Street Wraith. There we go, there are the Street Wraiths. I'm just going to take this damage. Alright. Sideboarding in this matchup's actually really awkward. Because you want to bring in the Grave Hate and you also want to bring in your own anti-hate hate. Cabal Therapy I actually don't value too much. It's a really weird card in the matchup. Take out a Street Wraith, take out a Study. Might take a second Thug out. That's probably wrong. That seems alright. Then I'm going to keep this. Just because it's a good turn one. Obviously if he just ley lines me that kind of sucks, but I've got 2 like hits to get it and I've got a land to cast. Oh yeah, I need to stay focused on the game. Okay. Future him? Sure. If your name's Lion's Eye Diamond, that kind of sucks. Yeah, alright. I think the best play is to cycle Street Wraith, see what I get, because if I go to next turn, discard to hand size, then cycle Street Wraith, I still can't use Cephalid Coliseum, and that's probably not a winning play. Okay, that's just what I was wanting. How greedy are we? Getting Icarid in the graveyard is really important so that you can exile his bridges. He's got an LED. I'm gonna discard these 2 with the hope to just not brick on dredges. You can see I'm really prioritising being able to remove his bridges. That's generally how you win the matchup. If you're able to, if you lose your bridges without getting much to show for it. Wow. Okay. That explains the somewhat weird turn 1. Yeah, that's correct. Alright, he hit fuck all. Yeah, I think that's correct. Annoyingly, when Thug dies, he can put Macabre on top of his deck. So I don't actually want to return a crib because I can't attack with it. I'm not really seeing any point. I might have to discard the hand size. I'm gaining very little from playing the land out and playing an Archimedes or Golgari Thug here. That's great, that's just what I want to see. Now he might make the play of Cabal Therapy target himself. No mistake we didn't put Macabre on top of his deck. Targeting me? That seems wrong. Unless his plans to take my bridge and then exile it with Macabre draws. That definitely seems wrong because I'll get a zombie. No reason not to return Icarid here when we know he's drawing a Macabre next turn. Took a natural draw, so we know he's got Macabre in hand. Instinct we don't. I would be surprised if he exiled both my Icarid and Gravetroll. Is looping Macabre's his game plan? Because I don't think that'll win. Oh, he's going to name Bridge and then exile Bridge and Icarid probably? Or maybe Bridge and Gravetroll. Maybe that's more relevant. Still, that doesn't seem very good. Because I'm still, if he doesn't take Gravetroll, yeah, he'll take Gravetroll and Bridge probably. The good thing is that next game I can take out all of my... Yeah, that's exactly what I thought he was going to do. I think I would need to get the dredging going ASAP. Like, looping macabres is cute. I'm discarding the stingweed and the Golgari Thug because he's gonna take my 2 dredges whatever, so I wanna leave the better dredger in my hand. I should have discarded the Golgari Thug, not the Stinkweed up there. That was a slight mistake, because I'm probably going to eat the Icarid next turn. His dredges have been pathetic. So his exile then take biotherapies. Yeah, I think I'm going to return that. I'm going to attack. That's fine. I don't want to brick on dredges, so I'm going to Cabal Therapy myself, because Cabal Therapying the opponent's not that useful right now. I just want to get off a really good dredge and get some zombies to finish the game next turn. That's the plan. Perfect, just what I want. Exactly what I'm looking for. Can even Dread return a big grave troll. I question a lot of the plays my opponent made that game. I think he shouldn't have been trying to loot macabres. That's a losing battle. Like, you're not forwarding your own game plan doing that. It was an interesting game nevertheless. I've not really seen that done. I don't like macabres as much as ley lines. Like, I've run a split of the two just to like play around, like siding in Reverent Silence. You wanna keep reanimated opponents and dredge opponents guessing. I've beaten dredge opponents because they've checked up what my sideboard is online and think, oh, he's only on ley lines, and then I've got them with a macabre when they've tried to pitch their entire hand. But I think on the whole, ley line's just better. You want it to do just full on blank their graveyard, and that's what Leyline does. Alright, final round. This is for the 5-0. Seems good. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Hopefully we don't get chaliced. Haha. Oh god. Whatever deck is doing that, I do not like. I feel like it's depths. I hate playing against depths, so not feeling great. I was somewhat excited to get a 5-0, but you know, that's just how it goes. It's the eternal 4-1. Still, 4-1's, oh, perfect, never punished. How badly do I think this dude's on depths? I'm just gonna... The only way that discarding Icarid and Grave Troll's worse than discarding Golgari Thug and Grave Trolls, if he is on depths and has crop rotation and just flat out bogs me next turn. And I brick on Dredges off the Grave Troll. I'm going to do this just to hedge against getting bogged. That's fine. He could still have the crop rotation into bog. That looks a lot like a crop rotation into bog, if I'm honest. Well, we get to find out now. Now I've got a few options. I can play Golgari Thug, sack that. That might be the better play, just so you can keep the flying blocker up. It does mean that... I think that's correct. Assuming that this dude's on depths. Which I have no reason to believe he's not. If he crop rotations in response to Golgari Thug, that's absolute gravy. I expected as much. Oh wow. Okay. What's that a tell for? Vampire Hex Mage? Maybe he's just got Thespian stage. Yeah, alright. I disagree with that. That seems really loose. There's so many ways he can lose now. Though he can wasteland my... No, because if he wastelands my Colosseum, he can't. That seems really bad. He just keeps giving me more turns. Oh my god, okay. Wow. Better lucky than good. I don't see any reason not to return that, even though it's really bad. I can't even try and draw something I know what's on top of my deck. I'll just pass the turn. Get a zombie. I was hoping he'd do that, because I was more scared of him keeping the... Okay, so I know what his hand is. His hand's Thought Season Thespian Stage. 2 dead cards, basically. The chances of just dredging into a second Narcomoove is really bad, so I'm going to take a natural draw, because second Narcomoove is what I need to not lose. Pah! Punished. Yeah, I'm going to scoop it up. Fuck it, depths, man. But that's what these are for. Oh yeah. That's coming out. Sideboarding versus depths is actually really awkward. I hate careful studies. I generally take out a street wraith, but I feel like that might be wrong. I actually bring in pedals. Take out a mine. This is generally what I do versus depths. It's probably wrong. I do like the breakthroughs, just to go ham. I like the putrid imps to try and bait crop rotations and stuff. And Ashen Ride is just, you have to bring it in. But hopefully we can choose some wins with everybody's favourite white ley line. But yeah, I hate this matchup. Mulligan. Okay. I'll put on top. I'm actually going to try and bait a wasteland turn 1 by doing that. They kind of keep the Narcomoovers. Wow, okay. Punished. Punished, punished, punished. Please hit another dredger. Oh, better lucky than good. Well, now we're in the clear, right? Like, they've just bogged us. What else could they do? Macabras. Surgical me. Loot bog with loam. Okay, mate. Put my bridge in the graveyard. Sure. That kind of sucks. The worst thing he could have is... oh, okay, he did nothing. Suspicious. Maybe he's gonna... I don't even know what he's gonna do in that case. I'm gonna break through with X1, leave the 2 mana up so that we could potentially keep a hold of the Narcomoeba. What's his plan? Surgical me. Hey, finally hit a fucking Narcomoeba. 3 Narcomoebas in like the bottom 15 cards. That's rough. Hopefully he doesn't exile my bridges in response. Okay, what is in his hand? Crop rotation. What the fuck is that? Okay, that's not good. I'd be crazy not to dread return Ashen Rider here. I'm semi-inclined to sacrifice this, take Right of Consumption, or Marsh Casualties. Take him off another land, but I don't think it really stops him doing anything to have 2 lands. And having an Ashen Rider in play actually stops him doing a lot of stuff, and I only lose 1 damage, so I'm just gonna pass. My plan next turn is to play a Narcomoeba. It also gives me extra Cabal therapies next turn. I know I've been punished by not Cabal therapying when I should, but I don't actually think I'm going to get punished this game. Close games. Okay, so I knew what he drew. Doing that seems a bit loose. Today where are my Icarids? Answer is the bottom 3 cards of the deck. Well, I know what's in your hand, man. Come on, just let me kill you. Any reason not to dredge the mouse? Don't think so. I'm just gonna... okay. Run it back. It would be nice to draw a low line of sanctity, though I have drawn low line of sanctity and lost versus depths. It's not hard to do. They can just get you sometimes. This is not good. I actually like this. I really like this. Am I going to get punished for siding out a land for a lotus petal? Time to find out. Yes is the answer. Yes is always the answer. See, it looked great until the LED got took. I was like, wow, I'm so smart siding in lotus petal. Now what happens? Punished. It is not correct to try to draw here because you won't be able to activate Colosseum anyway. Wow, it would be so much better if I had a land here. I'll laugh if I lose because of that. Though he doesn't seem to be doing anything right now. That's just like Dark Depths, Vampire Hex Mage, and then just gets me this turn. Okay, this hand seems quite slow. Sylvan Library's quite the clock though. Plus no crop rotation. If he doesn't crop rotation here, okay. Of course he always has crop rotation. Oh yeah, I need to name a card. Let's go with Sylvan Scrying. Can't even assassin straight through my Colosseum. Just terrible. Yeah, there's so many ways we lose this game. Okay, he doesn't even need to do that. Judging by the fact that he paid so much life, he probably didn't hit. He probably didn't hit a Dark Depths, he's trying to dig for it. Alright. If I draw a land I can block there. Okay. I'm dead. Yeah. That's the reason why you don't side out lands for pedals. Too greedy. I might have won that game otherwise. Oh well. Ugh, annoying. That was very much within our grasp. Oh well. Good league.